What's going on, y'all?
Hi everyone, I'm Bobby
I'm Cedric.
and we're Aging Grateful. And today's video is we've been here for 30 days in San Miguel de Allende.
Yes.
Still in Mexico.
Yes.
So we're looking to compare Puerto Vallarta
And San Miguel. Yeah.
and see
we
what
have,
happens.
Yeah, we haven't been on here for a minute because we've been trying to get settled in, and it's just been
A
lot of adjustments, but in a good way.
Yes, in a great
In a
way.
good way.
So again, today's video, San Miguel versus Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah. And let's start. We're going to start with the weather. Let's start with the weather.
Okay.
What do you think about the weather, San Miguel versus Puerto Vallarta?
So both places have nice weather. Let's start there. Both places have nice weather. However, it just depends upon your preference. For us, the humidity in Puerto Vallarta was it mucho calor? No, mucho frío. No, mucho calor.
Yeah, mucho calor is hot.
Okay, mucho calor was what we found in Puerto Vallarta. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, everybody's, like I said, preference is different.
Yeah, I think coming from a dry place like Arizona, because there's, we got friends and family in Puerto Vallarta, and the humidity doesn't bother them, and they come from hot, humid states. But coming from Arizona, I was not ready for that. I'm not even gonna lie, I was not ready for that.
It was pretty hot.
It was cool in the beginning, and it's like okay. Then after a while, it's like okay, I'm done with this.
But they said it was the hottest on record, pretty much everywhere. So there's that. Also, there was we had a little bit of a hurricane going on in Puerto Vallarta, which was left us without power and stuff for a week or what have you. So that's that kind of weather. But San Miguel also, since we have been here, San Miguel has been a tad bit chilly.
Yes.
Chillier than what I thought, but decent, right?
Yeah.
Very windy.
Yes. The wind be whipping.
The wind be whipping. Sometimes at night, like it's been pretty moderate. It's moderate temperatures for those of you who don't know. It's moderate temperatures, but some of the houses maintain the coolness.
Yes.
And so for that purpose, at night sometimes the house gets really chilly, and me and my electric blanket have a connection.
and it hasn't been chilly all day.
No.
So it kind of reminds us of Arizona, where in the morning times it's chilly.
Morning times it's hot.
In the morning times it's chilly, early in the morning. That's what I mean. Early morning is chilly, and then it warms up throughout the day, and then it's nice and toasty, but dry. And then at night it kind of cools back down again. So you have this gradual kind of curve of the temperature, which is nice.
Yes. And there's little bits of rain that we have had here.
But
Puerto Vallarta can get some rain like nobody's business as well. So weather, we're more prone to be on this side of the fence with San Miguel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then that brings us to festivals, like a lot of activities. And whereas Puerto Vallarta, they party a lot. There's parties all the time. There's festivals and things like that. However, what we're finding, what are your thoughts?
There's a lot going. It seems like there's a lot of more traditional Mexican type festivals that go on here versus in Puerto Vallarta. Puerto Vallarta, they did have the festivals, but they were kind of like on major holidays. Here it's just, I don't want to say kind of random, but it's just.
No, there's just a lot of
stuff going on.
There's a lot of festivals. Like as an example, they have something called the Blessing of the Animals, right? And people come and they bring their animals to get blessed. There's the Blessing of the Seeds, and that's during the Candelaria There's just so many festivals, and we noticed that there are a lot more of traditional festivals here in San Miguel than we've noticed in Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah.
Now, which leads us to
the cost of living.
Yes,
the cost of living. Why is San Miguel so expensive? That's what I always hear.
Everybody talks about when we were looking at videos about San Miguel. Everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, it is like so expensive." And let me say this: it is expensive, but it's expensive in the sense right now that we're noticing of housing. Like if you're going to buy, if you're going to buy a house, yes, it can be pricey here, just as pricey as like in the United States too. So, but Puerto Vallarta also has a priciness, but their priciness is in condos, and homes are few and far between. It's the condos that are ruling in the housing market there in Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah, but when it comes to renting in San Miguel, it's definitely, from what we found, has been a lot cheaper than Puerto Vallarta. And what you can get for your money in San Miguel is more, it's been cheaper than Puerto Vallarta. Because San Miguel, you can get houses for, 15 to 1,000 on up. Whereas in Puerto Vallarta, you're talking condominiums for 20,000 and on up, and it's just a different lifestyle. So it just kind of depends.
Pesos,
I'm talking pesos.
Pesos. Who want to know.
So if we're talking, dollars, you can get, especially unfurnished houses here, between $600 and $800.
I'll say 7 to 1,000.
It depends. It depends on how many bedrooms and stuff, but on average, that's about that price. In Puerto Vallarta, you're not touching that. You're not touching those prices.
It's a rare thing if you do.
Yeah, you're not touching those prices in Puerto Vallarta. Now, as far as the food scene, let me say, Puerto Vallarta street food, hands down. They
PB, you got it. You got it for the street food.
They got San Miguel on the street food.
You could literally roll out of your bed and out of a window in your property and be at a street taco place. There's street vendors all over Puerto Vallarta and at many hours of the night. So it's that Puerto Vallarta, you got it. However, San Miguel has a cool foodie restaurant scene. There's a foodie vibe here in San Miguel that cannot be beat. Okay, and there's a variety of foods. We're not just talking Mexican food. We're talking about a large variety of
pretty much everything.
Yes, Thai food, Asian food, Italian,
Chinese food.
They have a Polish. I mean, it's just there's just so much here as far as a foodie scene, and I think they've been voted. San Miguel has been voted as one of the foodie destinations in the world. So I'm like, hands down, San Miguel wins for overall cool foodie restaurant scene. Puerto Vallarta has it for amazing street vendors. Yes, absolutely.
And they do have some street vendors here, but they're hard to find. They're far few between. We found a couple. We go at night hunting.
The men of San Miguel.
We go hunting for tacos and stuff, and we found some pretty good tacos, but they're not on the level of the street food in Puerto Vallarta by any means. Just like Puerto Vallarta's restaurant scene is not on the level of San Miguel.
Yes. Now, I will say this. I will give an edge to Puerto Vallarta when it comes to foods, restaurants and food vendors being open late.
Yes.
Because they do open somewhat late here down in central area, but it's nothing compared to how late restaurants stay open in Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah. Everything here kind of closes down about 8 or 9 o'clock.
in the city. But in Central, you might find some 11 to maybe to 1. But very, like I said, it's very, very rare. Which brings us to community. Now, both places have awesome community. We'll start there. If you're looking for community, you can find community in Puerto Vallarta and you can find community in San Miguel. However, what we're noticing about the communities are they are a tad bit different in how they are set up. One being that Puerto Vallarta is a more vacation, beachy, tourist location, which brings a lot of people to it. However, the community is a huge community of transient people. So you are going to meet some incredible and amazing people in Puerto Vallarta, but they may not be staying there too long, or they're there for a visit, or they're there for a couple of months. So there's not a diehard core community that stays a long time. Here, we have noticed in San Miguel, people tend to live here.
Yeah, it's pretty much the opposite.
Live here. Like there's literally some people who've been here for 18 years. I'm just like, holy smoke. So the community, I feel, is that the people are really tight-knit here because they've been here for so long. Right? Yeah. And they're both communities are welcoming. Yeah. Which also brings us to our final point.
Oh, the walkability.
This guy here loves to walk. I like walking, but he loves to walk. Yeah, I like walking, but he loves to walk. And initially, we were like, yeah, PV is definitely walkable, which it is. Yes. And we have walked Puerto Vallarta. I mean, we have walked it. But PV is also a lot bigger.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts?
Well, yeah, they're both walkable, but I think San Miguel seems a little more walkable because it's a small town and everything's close. So you can literally walk all over the place in San Miguel and not really feel like you're walking all over the place in San Miguel. Whereas Puerto Vallarta, you once you get, especially if you walk from downtown Centro and you're walking, north towards the airport and Versailles and all that, once you start hitting those open areas, it seems like a long stretch because it's open. Whereas here, you're in all these different communities, one after another, after another, after another. So you don't really get that feel. But yeah, it's definitely. I think it's more walkable here.
I agree.
I think they're both with the hills and cobblestones. They're about equal on that.
Hills and inclines.
Yeah, inclines. Yeah. I think San Miguel's sidewalks maybe a little more, I won't say wider, but they're a little more
walk friendly.
There you go. Walker friendly than they are in PV. In PV, you always got to be looking down.
Yeah, always. It took me a while to get here. To walk around here and not keep looking down. It took me quite a bit of time because that's what you do in Puerto Vallarta. You are looking at the streets to make sure that you don't trip or fall or anything like that. Here, pretty much it's pretty much laid out, the streets. Yeah. So, though they're both great cities.
Yeah, they're both great cities.
Both great cities. Love them both. I think that San Miguel is really actually becoming home to us. Yeah. With all of the things that we actually just stated in this video.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Awesome. So what we will ask that you do is take a few moments to like,
subscribe,
comment, and hit that notification button to be alerted to any more future videos that we will have.
Yeah. And if you stuck around to the end, thank you for that. We got some content coming out now that we've settled.
Yes.
So we got some budgeting stuff and our normal stuff we talk about.
Yes.
Budgeting and living abroad and all that stuff.
All the craziness.
Yeah.
But also too, we're almost close to 1,000 subscribers. So
yes.
Guys, again, subscribe if you have not and you enjoy our channel. Go ahead and do that now. Just right now. Until next time, guys.
Deuces.
Deuces.